Welcome back. Postpartum Support International is the world's leading nonprofit organization dedicated to helping those suffering from perinatal mood disorders, the most common complication from childbirth. Now, their goal is to increase the awareness, the education, the prevention, and treatment of perinatal mental health issues affecting individuals in all areas around the state. We're joined this morning by the chair of the Postpartum Support International New Mexico, Amanda Armenta, telling us more about this organization. Amanda, it's great to have you with us.
Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. So let's kind of delve right into it. Let's talk about how common are the perinatal mood disorders?
They're very common. As you mentioned, the most common complication following childbirth. In fact, 1 in 7 women will experience postpartum depression following having a baby, and the odds increase for women of color. It can even affect foster parents or fathers in some rare cases. Oh, wow. So very common.
Wow. So,
yeah.
I would imagine that a common misconception would be that it's just mothers alone, but like you say now, it kind of branches out.
It does branch out. Most likely it's going to impact mothers, and the childbirth, whether it's pregnancy or having the baby after the baby, it's a difficult time in general, both physically, but what we're really focused on is the mental health. And we don't often talk about or focus on that, and we want to kind of erase that stigma if folks are struggling during that period.
So something different than what's being known as the baby blues, I would assume?
Yeah, it's different. So the baby blues are also quite common, and the baby blues are going to be probably more mild in terms of the symptoms, and they don't last as long. So you're probably looking at a few days, maybe a few weeks, and those dissipate. But with postpartum depression or anxiety, for example, it can come much later after or immediately after the birth, and it can be pretty significant. You might feel irritability, isolation, tearfulness. You might have intrusive thoughts. It's much more serious in terms of mental health.
Yeah. When you start noticing these warning signs, is there anything not too significant or too insignificant to not say that, sound the alarm?
Yeah, I think it's important to sound the alarm. Sure. And do that, the sooner you do that, the sooner you'll start to feel better. So I think what we're really focused on is getting away from, like I said, that stigma that people don't really talk about their mental health. They have this, wonderful new baby, and it is wonderful. It's a wonderful time, but it's also very stressful. And so the sooner we talk to a provider, a doctor, and really just start to even talk to our family and friends about how we're feeling, the sooner we can get better. I think sometimes there's some guilt or shame associated with these feelings that, maybe I'm not feeling like myself and I should be happy. Once we can just openly talk about it and get help and know that, we're not alone, we're not to blame, and with help we'll get better, that's what we want for our families. Yeah,
always better to err on the side of caution.
Absolutely.
So let's talk about the Climb. Yes. What is that all about?
So the Climb is an annual event that we host, and these climbs are happening across the country and even around the world in some cases. And so it was originally called Climb Out of the Darkness. It's been shortened to the Climb. There's no climbing involved. That's the good thing. Okay. It's a family-friendly walk. Our event here in Albuquerque is going to be on Saturday, June 29th. Okay. It's at 9 a.m. at Mariposa Basin Park. It's open to everyone, and really the Climb is just an opportunity for survivors of perinatal mood disorders to come together and celebrate sort of this journey that they've made out of that darkness. The sort of darkness part that we've dropped is really to recognize that dark time in your life, but then also the light that you come into when those clouds lift. It's held on or around the summer solstice, which is the longest day of the year, the most sunlight. And so we just want to bring together folks and let them know that, it's okay, it's pretty normal, and they'll get better. We also invite vendors, and we have providers, doctors and nurses that treat these conditions that walk alongside of us. And so it's really just an opportunity to build some great community and awareness around perinatal mood disorders.
Yeah, and a great way for families to kind of just like network and feed off of other families, so to speak.
Absolutely, yeah. Absolutely.
Where can we find more information about the Climb online?
So we have PSI New Mexico. We're on Facebook and Instagram. We also have our official Climb page that you can register on. I believe it's postpartum.net /give, and you can look up Team Albuquerque. Awesome. And we'd love to have everyone that would like to come join us.
There you go. Saturday,
June
29th, yes. At Mariposa Park.
Yes.
All right. Amanda, thank you so much for joining us. We appreciate it.
Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. For a full recap, we will have it later on this morning, and you'll find it at alwaysonkrqe.com. 8:47 right now, and let's send it over to meteorologist Erica Meyer for a final check on weather and